Alright, bro. Here's your carb. All this bullshit. You see it? Same fucking carb you got. Let me zoom out just a little bit. That we got a little more room. Same bullshit. You're gonna leave this here. All this extra bullshit, you're pulling all this off. Fuck all this stuff. All of it. Right? I'm gonna show you what to do. Okay? Now, one of these vacuum lines on the back side of the carb here where it plugs into the engine, the intake boot, one of these lines is going to get transferred down to your petcock because that's what feeds your fuel pump, your vacuum drive fuel pump. So one of these has to stay connected, right? Whichever one you want, you can run it over. So we're going to pull one of these off. Okay, so we've decided that our left carburetor is going to be the one that feeds our fuel pump, right? So this is going to go down to where the petcock is on the other side of the bike. But all this other shit, all this garbage here, you can take all of this off. Unscrew this right here. Take this entire system off until it's just plain. And then what you're going to do, because you can't have vacuum leaks, right? So now you have two vacuum ports. One of these needs to supply fuel. And now you have a vacuum leak here, a vacuum leak here, and a vacuum leak here. Before you can move on, you have to solve these vacuum leaks, all right, to make the carburetor run without the EGR system. So what do? Right? You get some of these. These are called vacuum plugs, okay? You take a vacuum plug like this. You can order them from eBay. You just slide it right on there. Now that's plugged. You don't have a vacuum leak. Then you come over here. You plug that guy. Now that one's plugged. Let's see here. Let's plug this other one up here so that we don't have offset vacuum pressures. Boom. Now that, just imagine this is gone now. This is how simple. Just like I said, just imagine this piece is gone now. This is how simple the system is. All your vacuum leaks have been contained now. Right? Your pre-air injection isn't there anymore. We've removed the pre-air injection. You don't need that. It's diaphragmed off. So now it's just going to pull normal vacuum like a regular motorcycle to make the carb work. And all you need is one vacuum line coming either off here or here to go down to your fuel system, your petcock, your reservoir on this side of the bike where it plugs in. Okay? And that's it. That's all you need to make this motorcycle run. All this extra crap, this will get removed and taken off, right? The lines that plug into the bottom, you can still put those on if you want to. The ones that go to the airbox, you can still run those down to the airbox if you want to. It's not going to solve any problem. It's not going to cause any problems, but you need to cap these vacuum lines if you're going to remove the system. So you got this one, and this one, right? Here, let me raise this up to 1. Is that 1? Yeah, and then I'll turn my flash on so you can see this better. All right, so this one goes down to your fuel system, okay? Vacuum cap, vacuum cap, vacuum cap. That's it. You only need one of these feeding the fuel system. All the rest of this crap, all this can get removed from the bike, all that extra junk. This is just pre-air injection. That's all this is. You don't need this, right? This is just for helping start the bike, which is not necessary. Okay, I'm telling you, this whole bike right now, this GS500F is set up just like this and runs like an absolute top. So, get yourself some vacuum plugs, okay? So if you want to see what these are, you can order them on eBay. Get yourself a kit of vacuum plugs, all right? It's about 20 bucks for a set of vacuum plugs. Or go to your local hardware store and just get some vacuum caps, right? Just bring your carb in, make sure they fit. And that's it. You can plug your air lines back into the bottom of this to go back to whatever else you want it to, but your main objective is closing off these vacuum ports. You only need one vacuum port going back to the fuel system, and that's it. And then this is your air hose like normal. This is the ventilation between the carbs, which is useless now, but it's still, you probably want it there just because you don't want to get debris in here. But this is kind of useless now. I mean, I suppose if you wanted to, you could remove it. What'll happen though is dirt and debris can get inside these diaphragms, so if you remove the vacuum cap and it does suck air, it'll potentially pull any junk that gets in there inside. With the filter on there, you at least have a lot less to worry about, so you can still leave this on there if you want to. This one, your air lead is probably still there as well. Mine fell off, and then there's your gas line. So that's how simple it is. You can just unplug and remove all this. There you go. So I took it off. Now that's it. That's all it takes to run this machine. That's it. That's how simple it is. Vacuum cap, vacuum cap, vacuum cap. This one goes down to your fuel pump. And if you're wondering what your fuel pump is, we'll go ahead and zoom in again. I've put mine on the side of this bike right here, and I'll show you on my pump, because I changed the pump over. Oops. I changed my pump over to a different pump. I'm running a Kawasaki 500 pump, but still, this is the vacuum. This goes to the back of the carb, so that's what's plugged in right there. That's the vacuum line wire right there that's plugged in. That goes right onto here, and then your fuel line's right here. So when this is pulling air from the compression of the engine, it creates vacuum, which then sucks gas from the tank and then pushes it up into the carburetor. So you have to have one vacuum line, and that's it, dude. That's it. That's all you need. So on your bike, let me zoom out here. On your bike, because mine is customized, your petcock system would be right here. So you would still have a petcock system right here, right? So your vacuum line would run back to this petcock right here. Okay, but on my bike, because I transferred it to the outside and got a different pump, mine is down here. So there you go, man. I hope that helps explain. You don't need any of that extra crap. All you need to do is cap these vacuum lines, and now you have vacuum pressure through the carburetor, just like a normal carb system. And then one line, you can choose your side. You can use this one and cap that side, or you can cap that side and use this side. It doesn't matter. You just need one vacuum line going back down to your fuel system. And that's it. Your bike will run like a top, like it was meant to. That's what'll happen. Your bike will run like it was meant to. You would still plug in your, you know, this is your basically, oh my God, I can't, throttle positioning sensor. So your TPS will still work just like normal. But like I said, you're just getting rid of all the extra bull crap that came on the carb for the EGR system. You don't need it. None of it is relevant. So I hope that helped. I'm actually going to post this video on my YouTube channel to help anybody else that was having this problem. If you don't have vacuum caps, well, you know what? I'm not even going to show you another way to do this. You just need to get vacuum caps. Do it properly. Push them down on there so they're on there nice and good. Make sure your caps are nice and tight. Make sure they have a very tight fit, and you should be good to go. So, all right, man. I hope that helped. You can remove all that extra crap and then just reinstall, plug in your normal lines, rehook up your throttle plate, your synchronizing plate, and your choke right here, and you're good to go. So, alrighty, man.
Are you sure this is okay? You're in country, dude. Live a little. Now, she's pretty sensitive, so go easy on the throttle, okay? All right.